Hello viewers, welcome to Effykon Article Podcast. Today we are going to discuss another interesting article. We are going to review another interesting article. This article talks about the effect of words that you say, how your words hurt people, the effect that your words have on people's life, the effect that your words have on your relationship, your marriage, and in raising your children. The title of this article is Words Hurt. Words hurt. And every single word that comes out of your mouth counts. Every single thing you say, every single thing that I'm saying in this podcast, the words that are coming out of my mouth, every single word of this podcast counts. And today we are going to look at the effect of this word in our lives. In the opening paragraph, I said that people remember what you say more than what they say to you. People remember what you say to them more than what they say to you. So you are having a conversation with people, they take note of the things that you say to them, and obviously so many people forget the thing that they say. You understand? And it goes on to that people remember what you say to them even more than what you did to them. So words are that powerful that people can forget the things that you have done for them or the things that you have done to them, but you cannot forget. Many people never forget the things that you said to them. And words have power. The things you say, words have power. The meaning of the things you say, sometimes we don't know. There are some words that we just speak, when we are talking to people or we are angry or in any mood that we are. So we say things that we are not supposed to say. And other people take note of the things that we are saying and now have a thought on those words, and they affect their life, affect their career, affect so many aspects of their life. What I believe, it creates a belief system. What I believe, it makes us shape our attitude, shape our behavior because of the things we say. So words have power. So as powerful as words are, their meaning shape our belief, shape our behavior, and create our world. It is the things that we say that create our world. The things you say every single day is what creates your world. So if you speak negatively, you can create a negative world for yourself. If you speak positively, you can now create a positive world for yourself. The power of words arises from our emotional responses when we read, when we speak, and when we hear them. So there are emotional responses to every single thing that we say. There are emotional responses to every single thing that we read. There are emotional responses to every single word that we hear. So when we hear people speak to us, there are emotional responses to it. When we read maybe an article, like we write article and you are reading from our website, there are emotional responses to them. When you now listen to this podcast, as you are hearing me talk to you now, there are emotional responses to every single thing that I said. So as powerful as words are, they have the ability to build a relationship. Remember, we are going to talk about the effects of words in a relationship, how your words hurt your partner. We start with a relationship because it is there that everything, it is in friendship and relationship that we now see the effects of words. They have the ability to build a relationship or destroy a relationship. It has the ability to create a happy marriage. The things you say have the ability to give you a happy marriage. Your words also have the ability to give you a happy home. You also have the ability to give you a happy family, as well as having the ability to destroy your relationship, your marriage, and your family. So words are that powerful. They have the ability to give you a better family, give you a better home, give you a better relationship. They also have the ability to destroy your marriage, your home, as well as your family. Your family, your relationship, your marriage depends on you because of the things that you say. And we are going to see the effect, how these things affect our family, our relationship, and we are going to see in this podcast how these things affect us. Now, this is what we call abusive language. So some of us are familiar with the word abusive language. What is abusive language? It is the hurtful words that people say to us. That's what makes it abusive. The same conversation that I'm having with someone, just talking to someone, it is my choice of words that will make the person feel pain. And it's also the choice of words that will make the person feel happy. So every single thing that I say while having a conversation with someone depends if the person should be happy or the person should not be happy. Now, abusive language is unpleasant words spoken or written by someone to another. It reflects the emotion behind it. So when people say, she abused me, I know that there are different types of abuse. But here we are talking about the verbal abuse, the word is abusive language that we use towards someone. There are emotions that are behind that make the person feel pain. When you are quarreling with someone and the person is telling you things that pain is. So some people will remind you of past. So people will mock you. They will use something that you told them, to get back at you. Those are abusive languages. And all of them centered in the choice of the language they have decided to use towards you. Now let us look at how these words affect our relationship. As a man, when you approach a lady to ask the lady to be your girlfriend, that with the intention to marry the person, what makes the lady to pay attention to you or the guy to pay attention to you is what you say at the first instant. If you are on the road and you see a lady that you like, or you see a guy that you like, then you walk up to the person, and the first thing that you say to the person determines if the person should listen to you or the person should go. So when you speak in any language that you understand to the person, or in any language that the person understands, it is the first thing that draws the person's attention. Now, in this article I said, your first statement determines if she should wait and hear more from you, or listen to you, or walk away. The first statement that you make, it is what makes someone to listen to you. Now, I'm using this as example because when we are talking about meeting an opposite partner, maybe in any gathering, sometimes we say, she embarrassed me, she walked away from me, I excuse him, he turned me down. So I'm using it because you are meeting someone that you have not have any conversation before. So this is the first time two mature people meeting together. So the first statement that you make is what will determine if the man should listen to you or the lady should listen to you. And there are women who stop to listen to what you have to say or work out on you when you don't know what to say or how to say it. There are so many women, there are so many men who want to pay attention to you. To just meet someone, they are willing. Maybe your physical appearance is okay. You are the type of, you are the kind of person they want. They like your physical appearance and they want to pay attention to you. But it is the first thing that comes out of your mouth that determines if the person should wait and listen to what you are going to say, the person should listen to you, or the person should give you an attention. So if you speak well, something that she wants to hear, the person will surely stand, sit, and listen to you. I don't say that without knowing how to say what you want to say, it makes whoever walk out from you or get hurt. You have something to say, you know what to say, but how to say it determine if the person should either walk away or get hurt. There are some people, there are some compliments that we give people why we want to open a conversation that make them very hurtful, and you don't want to ever listen to us again. I think that dating should be only for one reason, the reason to get married. So getting married should start from knowing the person. I know some people call it courtship and while others call it dating. I believe that should be only for one reason, getting to know each other, that's dating. So when you have been able to talk to a woman or a man into a relationship with you, the next drive is communication. When you talk to someone, ask the person out to be your boyfriend, to be your girlfriend, the next thing is communication. So when you need to select your choice of words carefully, when you are in a relationship with someone, you must know what you say. and you must know how to say what you want to say. It is in this aspect of relationship that you practice how you are going to say things that either make your husband happy or make your wife sad or make your wife happy or make your husband sad. It is in relationship that you practice it. If you don't know how to talk to the woman that you want to marry, if you don't know how to talk to the man that you want to marry, you will not or you might not know how to talk to your husband or your wife, because I use relationship as the first stage. Because in marriage, before you need to start from a relationship into marriage, you guys are in a relationship, the next thing is communication. So you have to select the things that you say, you have to select your choice of words carefully. And the article goes on to say that there are so many people who walk away from whom they were supposed to marry because of the choices of words of their partner. There are so many people that when they were in a relationship, the way their partner talks, they make them walk away from that relationship. Potentially, maybe the person was the kind of person they wanted to marry, professionally, academically, financially, physically. Maybe he's in the category of people they ever wanted to marry. But because of the choice of words of the person, they walk away. And the article goes on to say that just as in relationship and friendship, there are many purposeful marriages that the wrong choice of words has destroyed. So, getting married to someone, so there are some marriages that what you say to your partner has destroyed. I have seen people walk out of marriage. Now, let me say this: I'm not married, yes, but before I write any article, I do findings a lot. I do so much research on any topic that I want to write. I do findings, I ask questions. I learn from people who are married. I ask them questions. It is the question that I ask them, it is the things that they tell me, is what pull in our articles. So I might not be married, but why am I talking about marriage? Because I've done my own findings. A good writer should not only write about the things that happens to him, he should be able to write about things that do not happen to him by doing findings. So I have seen people that walk out of marriage. They were no physical abuse. No, there was no exchange of whatsoever physically. The only thing that made them got angry and went out of the relationship, the marriage or their home, is because of the choice of words of their partner. We call it abusive language. The abusive language. I have witnessed many physically have asked questions. Say, I can never forget what she told me. I can never forget what he told me. The pain that the words create in people's heart are something that we should be very careful of the things that we say. We say things that create pains in people's hearts. And the article says that there are so many people that walk out of their marriage because of the choice of words of their spouse. The things that we say, how words hurt. Now, many people do not know how to talk to their partner or their spouse. There are so many people that don't know how to talk to their spouse. They just talk to their spouse the way they talk maybe in their business place. They talk to their spouse the same way they talk to their kids. They talk to their spouse the same way they talk to their siblings. When it comes to marriage, it is how you talk to your partner. When it comes to relationship, it is how you talk to your partner. When it comes to family, which we are going to get this on, it's how you talk to your children. The way you talk to people that works under you, when you just command them, it's not the same way you talk to your husband in the house. It's not the same way you talk to your wife in the house. It's not the same way you talk to your children. In every area that you find yourself, there should be your choice of words. There should be the things you say. You understand the things you say. You have to select your words carefully, depending on where you find yourself at that time. And the article goes on to say that people use words that hurt people. And the article goes on to say that people use words that hurt the person and plant negative words in them that eventually generate negative attitude and behaviors from their partner. There are things you say that plant negative seed in your partner. There are things you say that plant negative seed in your wife. There are things you say that plant negative things in your husband. It's not physical planting, it is the things that you say, the words that comes out of your mouth that determine how negative or how positive your husband or your wife should be. So there are some attitude and behavior that you see in your partner. There are some attitude and behavior that you see in your wife, your husband. And those attitude, those behavior are as a result of the words that you say to them. When you start using abusive words, that's hurtful words, on your wife or your husband, he or she will eventually start behaving in just a way. This is powerful. When you use negative words on your husband, you use negative words on your wife, he or she is going to eventually start behaving in that way. Now, when I was writing this, I had to pause for a while and do find this again. How can what you say eventually makes your husband to behave in that way? It did not make sense to me. But finding proof that it happens, that you speak to your wife negatively, eventually she will start behaving negatively. You speak to your husband positively, eventually he will start behaving positively. These are the power of words, the things that comes out of your mouth. And that's the power of words. If you are in a relationship or you are married and you keep saying all men are dogs, men are polygamous in nature, they can't keep their eyes off women, or all men are the same, you watch your husband turn into that. This is powerful. In my own little observation, I find out that some women believe that some of my peers, I have some female friends, they will say, all men are the same. Even before this podcast, after I published this article, I was having a conversation with someone who, and she wanted to get married, and I was asking her how is your fiance doing, and he was saying, "Man, all men are the same." I don't know what calls for that word. That's what she said. And I said, no. All men are not the same. I am not the same with my brothers. I am not. My sisters are not the same. So when you start saying all men are the same, all men are dog, the article says that eventually you are going to attract these people. So you believe that there are no faithful men, men are dogs, you are going to attract, but it's what you say. So you are going to attract men who are like dogs, you are going to attract men who are polygamous in nature, you are going to attract men who can't keep their eyes off women. So these are the things that you attract because you said them. So now the words that you say have made you believe that this is how they are. And since you have used your words to create your own belief system, it's going to eventually happen to you because this is what you believe. I read an article about someone was writing about having experience on men, and the men she's always attracted to are cheaters, and I was okay. That was just like having pity on her, but at the point I decided to go deep, to do analysis of this person, and I believe that this person believed that there's no perfect man. So if you believe that there's no perfect man or there's no perfect woman, you cannot attract them. This is the power of word. So when you say that men are polygamous in nature, your husband eventually is going to be polygamous. He's going to tell you that he's going to add another wife to you. Because it's what you say. You say that men are dogs, your husband is going to start behaving as a dog. A dog nature in human form. You say that men don't keep their eyes off women. Your husband, the article says that he's going to eventually start behaving that way. That these are the power of words. The things you say eventually are going to come back to you. That the negative word that you plant does not only affect the person that you are talking to, or the person you are saying them to, the result will also come back to you. Now, let me digress a bit. I have an experience of this lecture. Now, the things I practicalize this and it works for me. The things you say to people do not only hurt them. Most of those things come back to you. It hurts you too. Now, in my office, I have some people that I'm training, and sometimes they don't know the practical well. They have lapses. Of course, that's why they are under training. But I will always tell them you are the best. I will always tell them I like what you are doing. When I'm scoring them, even if they are having their score is low, I will say something to encourage them, assuming they are the best. And I'll watch them carefully. They will do better than the previous one. So I now understand that. And if I'm saying anything negative, they will be discouraged. Sometimes they will shut down their system. Sometimes they will give me reasons not to do. They will just be because they are discouraged. So now the outcome of what I've said to them comes back to me because it helps me to make sure that I train them well. It helps me to make sure that they focus on what I have taught them and they practicalize it. And when it comes to like social gathering, there are some people that they will just maybe throw out one or two negative words, and what I'm going to do will just shut my mouth up and leave. And if I'm leaving, I'm not just leaving your presence, I'm leaving you. So the things you say will not only hurt me, it's going to hurt our relationship, it's going to hurt our friendship, it might even affect our business. So we need to be very careful of the things we say. The article says that the things you say to people comes back to you, indirectly or directly. So the same goes for men who use negative words on their wives. Women are easily hurt with words. You won't forget what you said to them, even after forgiving you. Yes, I've seen this experience. I've seen this physically. I have seen this physically. There was a woman that was verbally abused by the husband, and of course they were married and they have children. But anytime the husband, misbehave, the wife will always remind him of the things he said to her. Always. And this thing happened like years ago. They have moved on, they have even more children after that happened. But every single time, the woman is hurt by the word that the husband said. Every single time. And even sometimes when she becomes angry with the children, to remember what their father says. Women are so hurt. When you speak to a woman, the things you said they can pass on with it. I remember when I was talking to a lady and we were talking about physical abuse. We were doing some findings on physical abuse, and she told me that it is better for someone to physically abuse her, maybe like slap her or something, than for the person to say negative words on her. That was powerful. She admitted that it is better for the person to abuse her physically, maybe beat her, kick her, do anything, but the person should not say things that will make tears come out of her eyes. And when I was writing this article, I remember what she told me. I said, this is it. That your words matter. They are so painful to some people. And when you are speaking, the article said that as a man, when you are speaking to your wife, you should be very careful of the things that you say. They might forgive you, they might move on, they might think nothing has happened, you apologize, yes, they say okay, it's fine, but the words linger in their mind. Because it creates a vacuum, a space that will always remind them of the hurt. So as a married man, the article said that you should know the thing you say to your wife as a married woman, you should know the things that you say to your husband. You should not throw negative seed in your family. You should know what to say to your husband. You should know what to say to your wife. Remember, I started by saying in a relationship, when you get into a relationship, know what you say to your partner. It is what you say to your partner that determines if your partner should stay and marry you, if your partner should leave you or should stay in a relationship and proceed with you into marriage. Now let us look at in raising children. I will use this as my own experience. Raising children is not that easy. I recommend our article parental capacity for you to read that article. Parental capacity is a podcast also parental capacity. You need to watch the podcast and read the article on raising children. Now, in your word as a father, create a lifetime impact on your children. The things you say as a father, the things you say as a mother, create a lifetime impact on your children, either negatively or positively. There are no ways about it. Now, I read a true story. There was a man who had a child that was physically impaired, and the doctor tried all they could when the day the child was born. They tried all they could to see how they can manage the situation and fix what it was needed to fix. They tried the best doctor in the world. They said that there was nothing to be done. The man accepted by faith, took the child home, and within himself he said that this whole impediment is going to be normal. That she's not, as he's growing, he's not going to be physically impaired anymore. And he was sowing the seed of weight into that child. A day-old baby, into a month-old, into a year-old, like that, he was speaking. And the story concluded that the boy that was physically impaired, the situation changed. And the father said that he understood the power of positive words on his children. So it's a true life story. So what we say can change the situation of your children as a father, the way you speak to your children, the things you say to them, even when you are angry. I have come to realize that when we are angry, the things we say act faster than the negative things we say when we are angry, act faster than the positive things that we say. It's a known fact. The things you say when you are angry, the negative things you say, act very fast. That is how powerful words are. And the negative one too acts as fast as the positive ones. But the only thing is that we pay attention to the negative ones. So it's not that it has power more than the positive, no. The negative statement that we make is what we pay attention to and what other people pay attention to. That's the reason why those ones act faster and seem to act faster than the positive one. So I don't say that as a father, what you say, your choice of word, creates the life of your child, positively and negatively. You can talk to your child into greatness or talk them into failure. You can talk your children into greatness. You can also talk your children into failure. What you tell them in the morning matters. What you tell them when they come back from school matters. What you tell them about their career matters. What you tell them about their attitude and behavior matters. When you are upset, how do you talk to your child? Because you are angry. How do you talk to your child as a mother? How do you talk to your child as a father when you are angry? When they offend you, yes, of course, those times will come. What do you say to them? It's a proven fact that the things you say to them either make your child to be great or make your child to be a failure. So every single word that comes out of your mouth as a father counts. Every single word that comes out of your mouth as a mother counts. Every single word that comes out of your mouth in a relationship counts. And it's the same thing I've been saying to my trainees and my mentees. It's the same thing I've been telling them. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Because I know that what they are doing is good and I want to encourage them. So I like using the word I'm proud of you. I decided to use that word till it custom me. Sometimes someone will just post something that has to do with achievement. I will just reply, I'm proud of you. So people say that you don't give what you don't have. I did not receive I'm proud of, but I've given it out. And it has helped me. So anytime I tell someone I'm proud of you, my spirit is always telling me I'm proud of me. So the things you say matters. In your relationship, in your marriage, and in raising your kids, the things you say matters. The same goes for somebody who comes in contact with your church. So as a pastor, the article says that the same thing happens to people who come in contact with your church. As a manager, the same thing happens to people who come into your organization and people in your family. The things you say. People will forget what you did. They will forget what they said to you, but they will never forget what you said to them. The power of words. The article concluded that the usage of words has nothing to do with language. So it doesn't mean the kind of language you are using. You are using English, you are using Arabic, you are using French, whatever language you are using, or your native dialect, whatever. It does not have nothing to do. There's no difference. Sometimes the emotions behind it are more effective with native language. This is true. The emotions behind every single word that you say, positive and negative, they are always emotions. And those are the emotions is what creates the lasting vacuum in what you say. Now, there is no gender preference. So it does not matter if you are a man, it does not matter if you are a woman. Words can hurt anyone. Your words can hurt anyone. A man, a woman, a boy, it does not matter whosoever you are talking to. So you have to choose your words carefully. Remember, I will do a quick recap of this podcast. We started saying that words hurt, and every single word of your mouth counts. You should know what to say in your relationship. That some people walk out of their relationship not because the ideal man or the ideal woman was not physically okay. Some of them, it is the people that they wish to marry, but because of the things the person said, the choice of what people walk out of their relationship. The same thing happens in marriage. The things you say to your husband, the things you say to your wife, eventually make your partner, make your spouse to start behaving in a serious manner or start becoming that kind of a person that you have been saying negative things towards him or her. And we also say that in raising kids, you should know the things that you say to your children. That you can make your child to achieve greatness. You can also make your child to be a failure, depending on the things that you say to your children. The article goes on to say that generally that words hurt. That you should know the things you say to people. Know your choice of words. The things you say to your organization, in your church, the things you say, in your company, the things you say, in your extended family, the things you say. Yeah, for me, there are sometimes I will receive call that will make me say negative things. I will off my phone. I have done it several times. Apologies, I even did it to someone that I'm not supposed to do that, a family member. The person called me, he was talking. I was very quiet, he was talking. I was paying attention, he was talking. I was about to say something. And I said, if I say this, it will last forever. So the person might forget what he's saying to me. So I had to end the call. So after a few seconds, the person called back. By that time, my mind has, I said, sorry, I need to call you back. So if you think that someone is going to push you to say something that will hurt them, if on the phone, off your phone, end the call. If it's physical, you can just walk away. Because tomorrow it is what you say that we call hateful words. So the things you say they will call abusive words. So always know what you say. Always know the things you say. Always know what comes out of your mouth. And remember that every single word that comes out of your mouth counts. And people will remember what you said to them more than what they said to you. Thank you for paying attention. See you in the next video. Bye.